The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFUND, announced Thursday that it will publish a complete list of institutions that have submitted their students' data by June 24, 2024. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories. At number 1, the federal government has urged organized labor to consider the broader economic implications of its demand for a 250,000 naira minimum wage, warning it could lead to economic instability, mass retrenchment of workers, and jeopardize the welfare of Nigerians. Minister of Information and National Orientation Mohammed Idris said this while speaking at the opening of the 2024 Synod of the Charismatic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria in Abuja on Wednesday. Prince Adewale Adeyanju, acting president of the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC), however, asserted no agreement had been made by the Tripartite Committee on the National Minimum Wage as of June 7th. Chris Onyeka, Assistant General Secretary of the NLC, labeled the government's offer of 62,000 naira as a starving wage, thereby rejecting the federal government's offer. At number 2, the Supreme Court Thursday denied the State Houses of Assembly the right to join the suit filed by the federal government against the 36 state governors seeking full autonomy for the 774 local governments in Nigeria. The 7-man panel, led by Justice Garba Lawal, ruled that the Houses of Assembly have no jurisdiction to be involved in the matter, stating their involvement was legally unnecessary. The suit, initiated by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fabemi San, seeks to grant local governments full autonomy as a third tier of government. The suit requests an order to prevent state governors from dissolving democratically elected local councils and seek to ensure that local government funds are channeled directly from the Federation account, bypassing state-controlled joint accounts. At number 3, the Federal High Court in Abuja has postponed the arraignment of former Kogi State Governor Bello in an alleged 80 billion naira money laundering case to June 27, 2024, following an agreement between the defense and prosecution. Initially scheduled for June 13, 2024, the arraignment was deferred after Bello's lawyer Adeola Adedipe informed the court that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) lawyers requested a new date. Despite the agreement, EFCC lawyer Rotimi Oyedepo claimed he was unaware of any prior arrangements to reschedule the arraignment. Justice Emeka Nwite, however, adjourned the case to June 27th, with Adedipe assuring the court that Bello would appear on the new date. At number 4, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries (OPEC) monthly oil market report for June indicates that Nigeria's average daily oil output fell to 1.25 million barrels per day in May, indicating a 2.34% decrease from the 128 million barrels per day recorded in April, according to Channels Television. The data, based on direct communication with Nigerian authorities, also highlighted that production stood at 1.3 million barrels per day during the fourth quarter of 2023 and the first quarter of 2024. This decline occurred despite the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited's efforts to combat crude oil theft and pipeline vandalism. Despite the drop, Nigeria retained its position as Africa's largest oil producer, followed by Libya, which produced 901,000 barrels per day in May. Algeria ranked as the third largest producer with 264,000 barrels per day during the same period. At number 5, the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFUND, announced Thursday that it will publish a complete list of institutions that have submitted their student data by June 24, 2024. The list will include both federal and state-owned institutions to ensure transparency and encourage participation from undergraduate applicants and tertiary institutions, according to a statement by NELFUND's head of media, Nasiru Ayitogo. For applicants to access the fund, Their details must be included in the data submitted by their institutions to the NELFUND Student Verification System (SVS). Incomplete or inaccurate data submissions by institutions could invalidate the application process and disadvantage applicants. At number 6, the United Nations has reported that a staggering 120 million people are currently living in forced displacement due to war, violence, and persecution, marking a grim milestone in global humanitarian crisis. UNHCR Chief Filippo Grandi highlighted the role of conflict in Gaza, Sudan, and Myanmar in driving this record number. According to AFP, Grandi expressed his shock at the doubling of displaced people during his tenure, calling it a terrible indictment on the state of the world. At the end of 2022, there were 117.3 million displaced individuals, according to UNHCR's latest report. Syria remains the largest displacement crisis globally, with 13.8 million people forced to flee both within and outside the country. At number 7, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, announced on Thursday that the draw for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, AFCON, will be held in Johannesburg on July 4th. The ceremony is set to take place at the Super Sports Studios in South Africa. A total of 52 countries will be drawn into 12 groups of 4 teams each, competing for a spot in the finals. The qualifiers are set to kick off in September 2024, determining the 24 nations that will compete in Morocco in 2025. The draw will be attended by selected CAF legends, team representatives, and members of the local organizing committee for the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations Morocco 2025. The last edition of AFCON saw Côte d'Ivoire clinch the title, narrowly defeating Nigeria 2-1 in the final. At number 8, the Professional Footballers Union of England (PFA) and France (UNFP) Thursday took FIFA to court in Brussels, challenging the timetable set for the expanded Club World Cup in 2025. The unions argue that the expanded tournament, scheduled to be held in the United States in June and July next year, places an unacceptable additional burden on players. The Global Professional Football Union, FIFPro, also supported the union's claim, stating that FIFA's decisions violate players' rights under the European Union (EU) Charter of Fundamental Rights and potentially breach EU competition law. According to The Punch, FIFA has not commented on the lawsuit, but sources close to the organization assert that the Information March calendar was approved by its ruling council, which includes representation from all continental confederations, including UEFA. At number 9, AC Milan has appointed Paulo Fonseca as the new head coach, following the departure of Stefano Pioli at the end of the 2023-2024 season. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, representing the club owner, announced the appointment at a press conference on Thursday, pressing Fonseca's coaching credentials and offensive style. Fonseca, aged 51, who previously managed French club Lille since 2022, has signed a 3-year contract with AC Milan. Fonseca succeeds Stefano Pioli, who was sacked after 5 seasons in charge, as Milan seeks a new direction following a trophyless season. This announcement follows another major managerial change in Italy, with Juventus appointing Thiago Motta as their new coach, succeeding Massimiliano Allegri. Finally, at number 10, Greece has closed more ancient tourist sites in Athens Thursday as the first heatwave of the summer persisted for a 3rd time, with temperatures reaching 43 degrees Celsius. According to Reuters, the famous Acropolis and other nearby tourist attractions were closed in the afternoon due to the extreme heat fueled by winds from North Africa. To protect students from the heat, many primary schools and nurseries across the country were also closed, with heat wave expected to recede by Saturday. Firefighters have remained on high alert after extinguishing several wildfires on Wednesday, with strong winds expected in various parts of the country. Greece has been heavily affected by global warming, experiencing rising temperatures that have led to deadly fires and erratic rains in recent years. That's it on what's happening. You can join the conversation on our website at www.rootstv.ng, follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Roots TV Nigeria. Thank you for watching.